Here's what nobody tells you about your 10th published book. Now, this is part of a mini-series. We already talked about what nobody told you about book 1 and about book 5. If you have not watched those episodes, this builds on that. Go watch those episodes. But when it comes to book 10, you now have complete freedom. You are somebody who is highly established in this space. Everybody knows you've already formed a community. You have fans. You are building up what you're doing. You've had the freedom to veer off the beaten path and try new things and to innovate and to throw things at the wall. You've had the freedom to try and succeed and to try and fail without hurting your career. But book 10 opens up doors, because at book 10, people start to see you as legit. People start to see you as prolific. And I'm not talking prolific as in you've written a lot and done it very quickly like me. I'm talking prolific like you've written 10 books. That takes a lot of time and effort. And to then continue to be successful with 10 books, you are seen as a higher level author. 1, 2, 5 books. Those are great. Lots of people do that. But to get to the point where you have 10 published novels and you're still doing it, that means you're successful in at least some of these ways. And you're viewed as a higher entity in this space, not only by the readers, but by other people in the industry too. When we look at people and they've done it 1 time, 3 times, 5 times, that's great. We're so happy for you. We're so proud of what you're doing. But once you've done this 10 times, you get it. You're part of the club. Like, you are one of us. No matter what you're doing, you're one of us. You've done the thing. And so you get access now to higher level things. You get access to higher level authors. Really important to your career to have higher level authors in your space and to be one of them. Such an important thing. You have access to, more respect when it comes to dealing with the printers or with publishers or with agents. You have more respect because you've earned it. This 10th book allows you to really establish your place in the career as the cool kids club. And there's not really a cool kids club. I mean, there is and there's not, and there's all of those things, but like you're an author. That is your career. That is your job. It's not like people are asking you, this is your side gig. What's your real gig? Like, what do you do? Even if you have a 9 to 5, once you have 10 books or more out, people really take you seriously as an author. We know that outside of the book industry, people will often say, oh, that's so great that you have that writing hobby and that you do those things and they attach your hand and they don't really take you seriously. 10 books, they can't help but take you seriously. If you have that many books out, now you're a serious entity and you are an author. You may also do some other things and they might identify you as both, but like, we're taking you seriously now in the industry and out of the industry. Book 10 means that you can kind of do whatever you want. You've got a lot going on. You can be, a guide to others. You can really start to educate and start to help and start to mentor other people. You can give advice. You've clearly walked the path many times and had success. You've repeated that pattern, so you know what's going on. It also, again, just like with book 5, gives you more freedom and more opportunities. So whereas book 5, you could start playing with your writing and how you were doing things and how you were developing things and how you were marketing and the way you were spending money on things and the different things, you had flexibility after book 5. After book 10, anything goes, nobody cares, it doesn't matter. And you can go to the wild end of the spectrum to try things. And if you fail, it doesn't matter because you have 10 novels to back you up. So if you want to try something that's completely out of your wheelhouse or just something that really is a heart project for you, or you really just want to throw yourself into time or money wise, a particular marketing tactic, you can do that. And if it flops, it doesn't matter because you have so much under your belt that even if you flop spectacularly and incredibly publicly, nobody's going to blink. They're not going to bat an eyelash because you have so much to back you up. Book 10 means you have a pass to try anything. You can do anything, and it doesn't matter if it succeeds or if it fails because you've already established the career so deeply inside of this industry. Book 10. And when you get to book 10, you're going to have learned how to streamline your process. So you're making this easier for yourself. You're writing faster, stronger, better. You have a plan. You know how to get this done around your family, around your friends, around your travel, around the things that you're doing, around your sleep schedule to make sure that you are staying healthy and you're maintaining your relationships with everybody. You can do all the things because you've learned how to do all the things. And so now book 10 means you are just given almost a blank check to do whatever you need to do to make this more successful for you. But because you also have all that information under your belt, now you can streamline and strategize and create systems and funnels, and you can automate and you can change things so that now you have more time to write, but also more time for your friends and your family and your kids and your dogs and the things that you love to do. At book 10, you have so much data and information that if you're not making your life significantly easier while also still doing all these things, you have to really think through where you're not thinking about fixing things. Book 10 means you have so much available to you that you can do anything. You're a freaking superhero. Congratulations, welcome to the club. And anything beyond that point, it doesn't even matter. You can do whatever you want. This is an open door for you. So your benchmarks, book 1, book 5, book 10, after that, man, you can do anything. And when you get to book 20, when you get to book 30, when you get to book 100, more doors open to you. And I have been through a lot of this. There's tons and tons of things that you can be doing as an author, but the more you do it, the easier and the better it gets, because you understand how this works for you and for the industry. There's so much that you can do with that. The more information you have, the more data, the more experience you have, it makes everything so much easier. It's so easy. It's so easy. You guys know I write full-length novels in 9.5 days now without batting an eyelash while running other businesses. I did it while I was still working a 9 to 5 and running other businesses, because the more you do this, the easier it becomes and the faster you get at it and the better you get at it. So it's easier and more profitable for you. Book 10, great guidepost for you, great touchstone, great place to be looking for new open doors, new open experiences, more things. And again, just like with book 5, the more experience you build up, the more credibility you have, and the more access you have to big name interviews, access to other big name authors, really great collaborations, opportunities, things are going to be coming your way because you have done more under your belt, and you can leverage that for so much. So drop your questions down below. I have been around the block quite a few times. I have been in this game a number of years, and I have a ton of books that I, again, can write in 9.5 days. So drop your questions down below. I would love to get those things answered for you. I know somebody's already going to say, she can't write a novel in 9.5 days. I do. I write a novel in 9.5 days, turn it into my editor with only a handful of typos. So you can improve your writing. I am living proof, and lots of authors are as well. And you will see when you get to book 10, you're going to streamline your process and get better at this too. So drop those questions. We'll see you in tomorrow's episodes to continue to help you navigate the world of publishing, from your writing to your publishing to your marketing, to make this your best and most profitable author year ever.